Okay. Hey, everybody. Hey. Good afternoon, everyone. I know. Miss Linda, what you doing live right now, right? That's what y'all saying? Gotta get this. I don't know what to feel about this. I don't know. Um, I'll talk about it though, but not now. Not now. Hey, baby. Hey, precious. Hey, analytic. I was thinking about you when I was doing this live. So last night in the live, were you the one who was talking about seeds? Did you bring up saving seeds last night? Let me know, baby. Hey, Happy Mac. Let me know, are you the one that brought up saving seeds last night in the live? GT, hey man. How are ya? How are ya? Hey. All right, listen. Let me thank everyone who is here with me on this evening or afternoon chat. I want to thank you all for being here. I want to thank everyone that's in the bushes. I want to thank everyone that will watch the replay. Thank you very much for being here. So, if you can hear the sound of my voice and maybe see my face, and you picked up something from this live, hit the button, hit the buttons, all of them, like subscribe and thumbs up. Do that. Do that because it just helps the channel, right? So if you think you want to stick around, hit the subscribe button. I will be sharing my zone 9 garden. Yay! 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 Let's get on with the video. Yeah. Hey, baby. Unless I forgot. Yeah, I know it was someone. I thought it was you who brought up, hey, Angie, who brought up saving seeds. Well, that thing kind of locked into my head. And when something get in my head, I cannot, I got to, I got to find out why. I got to find out why. How are you? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. All I've done in my garden this morning was water. I just watered everything. I made sure there was no tomatoes bushing because if they were, come on, baby. Come on, baby. So everything is good. We got that. That's, yeah, you heard that. Yeah. One subscriber told me, oh, Miss Linda, you have your song recorded and you do it on a record. I'm like, no, I don't have it recorded. I said, no, every time I do it, baby, that is live. That is live. But some people you can tell them, some people you cannot, right? So I just keep it moving. I just keep it moving. Yeah. But listen, today something was on my mind also is about aging and gardening. So listen, family. I have been gardening for many years. Many of you already know. You already know my story. So wait a minute here. Wait a minute. Now, I did go singing early this morning, so, but I want to get this thing right. But because I've been gardening so many years, so many things have changed throughout the years, right? And this is what we were talking about last night also, is that when things changes and you must keep yourself knowledgeable to what's going on, Uh, so many things open up, right? New research on things. Some things they find out this is why things happen like this, right? So, aging. There was a time in my garden. Listen, I used to go to like big box stores and pick up soil. I mean, literally pick up the bags, put them in my cart, put them in my trunk, take them out my trunk, put them in my garden, Yeah, just like that. This 68-year-old woman, no, I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it today. And these are the things that I want to talk to us about is aging and gardening. Aging and gardening, right? So there's two subjects I want to talk to you all about this evening. Aging and gardening, and the other one is seeds. Seeds, right? Okay. So let's get to the aging and gardening, right? So first of all, let me ask you all a question. Now, GT, I've been back in some of my videos just looking at some of the things that I have talked about like 4 or 5 years ago. And what I've seen is you were there. How long have you been gardening and how long have you been here on YouTube? You've been here a while. Because when I look back in my in a lot of the comments of a lot of my videos, you were there, man. You were there. I was shocked to see, I don't know, but you were there. Okay. There we go. There we go. With the sweat. Oh no. Oh no. But wait a minute, y'all. I done messed up. um, let's talk about aging, right? Aging and gardening. All right, that's gonna be good enough for right now. Because my whole head is wet because I've been out there watering everything. All right, there we go. So as we get older, what I've been here for 5 to 6 years just watching folks. Okay, I got you. Hey, Leslie, how you doing, baby? Thank you for being here. So, if you all can tell me, how long have you all been gardening? So, if you've been growing 5 years, for whatever, just put your number in the chat of how long you have been growing. All right. So, as we garden, right? So many things changes, um, especially with our bodies. Hey, B, right? Especially with our bodies. And this is why it is so important that we take care of our bodies. Listen, we're not going to remain strong and being able to pick up those bags all our lives, right? If you pray to God to become a senior citizen, these are some of the things that comes with becoming a senior citizen. Hey, Myra. Hey, Myra. No, my baby. No. You are welcome here. Yeah. So, growing older as a gardener, we must do things a little differently. And if you still try to do things the way you used to do them, even when it hurt, you're going to pay a price. You're going to pay a price. Okay, man. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, GT. 50 years, when I say that number, I get it happy. Yeah. 7 years with help from someone helping me this year. Yeah, it's me and my daughter. And that is one of the things I would definitely recommend. If you can get help in your garden, baby, get the help. Get the help. Share the garden with someone else. Give that person some of the food. And gardeners are giving people, so I know sharing doesn't hurt you or make you feel any kind of way. But get the help you need, right? So help, help relieve your stress, help relieve so much pain in your garden. There was a day not too long ago, maybe about a month ago. So you all know that back in October, I was involved in an accident. Have I recovered 100% from that accident? No, I have not. I have not. And mainly it's my right leg, right? So there's so many things that I cannot do. So I got chairs. I got chairs parked at every one of my little spots I need to be at, right? And I use those chairs because let me tell you, yes, Myra, yes, Myra, I need that man. Yes. And let me tell you, I pay him, and how I pay him, I feed that man. Yes, ma'am. But I use these chairs at every bed I have that I need to go in. I use those chairs. I do. Now, there's a lady down the street from me. She's older than I am. But the other day, she just cried. She just cried because she said that she she cannot go in her garden because she feel bad. Her medication, the doctors have told her that the medication that she's taking, she cannot be in direct sun. She is distraught totally. Those raised beds are looking more and more like a blessing. Exactly. So everything you can get to help you growing as a senior, baby, incorporate them. And many times you see a lot of people getting new equipment and new this and new that. And most people just want it because other people have it, because none of it will make you grow more food. It just won't, right? I just set me up a bistro seat in my yard to have somewhere to sit in my garden. Exactly. Get you a spot, get you something, an area where you can just sit and look, because as we grow, as we grow, we will need it. Okay? So it stopped you from feeling sorry for yourself being in your garden. Being in your garden feeds you so many ways, not just your belly. Your garden feeds you in so many ways, right? So it's a stress reliever. Our garden is a stress reliever, right? Um, Many of us cannot do what we used to do. We just can't, right? Let me just say this. I can't. I can't, and I cannot, and I have come to the conclusions that I cannot. So I find different ways of getting the job done. That's what I do. It helps us with physical fitness in our garden, and it does. But before you get into your garden and begin to work, this is one thing I would say to you. Before you begin to get down and start pulling weeds or taking off bad leaves or even watering your plants, The first thing I will say to you to do is just take a little walk around in your garden. Just take a little walk in your garden. This is just to um, stretch your muscles, get your body ready for it, right? Because listen, things are not the way they used to be. It's not. Hey, senior gardeners, great title. I'm driving and listening. Thank you so much, Ladybug. Thank you for being here. Okay. And of course, we all know that being outside just gives us that vitamin D that we all need. Now, I don't know about you, but every time I go to get a blood test, I ask them, wait, make sure you check that vitamin D, right? It plays a huge role in how you feel. Okay? All right. Also, these things will improve your balance. It will improve your balance. As I was saying, getting new garden beds. If you're going to get new garden beds, get those high garden beds where they come up to you and you don't have to go down to them. Do you all know what I'm talking about? So if you know what I'm talking about, just say yeah. And if you don't, say no. I want you all here with this conversation with me. All right? Those that can. Yeah. Okay. So also, being in our garden, growing our own food, we all know it helps our body to be stronger, right? It helps our body to be stronger. I could, I used to could be in my garden for 8 to 9 hours a day. Not today. We ain't doing that today. No, because I'm going to lay the house away. You heard me? That's what I'm going to do. It's because I'm getting older and my body don't work like that. And if you are trying to do this, don't try to compete or keep up with anyone um, on these social medias. No, don't do that. You will end up hurting yourself. Right? So Happy Mac, you said those raised beds are looking more and more of a blessing. Have you purchased raised beds that is higher, that comes up to you? Let me know, baby. Let me know. Yeah, having more chairs around your garden. Yeah, I'm hearing you. Having more chairs around your garden will help you so much, right? I just weeded my low raised bed with a hand tiller. Okay, I wrapped those weeds right up. Done, done for the day. Come on now, yeah. It went from 6 to 85 today, from 60 to 85. Not my age, it's the weather, and I understand. But that is the thing, and that's another thing, Myra. What is just like anything, as we get older, we must change things in our lives. We really do. Like, for instance, things that we eat, right? Things that we shouldn't eat. And many of us refuse to make that change. And then what you do, you find yourself feeling bad. Wait a minute, fam. Wait a minute. Okay, let's see. Yeah, Myra. Oh, wow. Awesome, baby. Awesome. We end up feeling bad because we are trying to push ourselves in certain ways that we really don't have to. You don't. You really don't. Okay? Hey, Cheryl, how are you doing, baby? So Precious says, would you say you're over 50 so you're considered a senior? Wait a minute. Let me see what you said. Oh, wait. Oh, she said, hey, Mama Linda, I am a considered a senior now that I'm on this line. Oh, that's okay, baby. You good. You good. You good. Listen, there are many people that is not, if you are over 50 in your garden, if you are over 50 in your garden, yeah, making changes in your the way you garden is not a bad thing. It is not a bad thing at all, right? So prepare yourself, get ready for it, because change, the song says a change is gonna come. If you keep waking up in the morning, the change will come. It will come. Okay. So how you garden and plant. So one of the things that I think about when I'm gardening these days as a senior, I look for plants that is not high maintenance. There are many plants that is very high maintenance. They need this, they need that. I don't want that. I don't want plants that that is needy. I don't want them. Period. I leave that up to somebody else to have them, right? Because I don't want them in my garden. So the other one is yeah, that's the high to have help. And as Mara was saying, Ben, I have a helper here, Ben. If you can get someone to help you, if you all can trade his help for food, part of the harvest, whatever you need to do, or if you even pay that person maybe to come once or twice a week, that is going to be a help. So if that person comes once or twice a week, sit down and write a list so you don't forget the things that you need that person to do. Write it down so when he comes, give him that list and let him get it together. I need a help. That would be great. Exactly. And you can find many people that will help you, and sometimes maybe it will cost you money, but sometimes it's not a lot. It's not a lot, right? So if you can get some help in your garden, get that help. But don't try to think that you can do it all by yourself, baby. Really, it's not a good thing, right? So take care of your body. Also, let me say this. Let me get a drink of this. Thank you, Rambo. Thank you, Rambo. Thank you, man. Eating right. Eating right. Many times, we go to the doctor and the doctor say, you should not eat this, or you shouldn't eat this. Well, usually, this doctor is telling you these things based upon your examination and your blood work. So think about those things, right? Many of us seniors want to continue to eat like we are in our 20s. Our bodies is not working like that. The metabolism is totally different. So take care of your body. Now, I know that there is so many surgeries where people can buy parts and all this other kind of stuff. But for me, I don't want to go through stress and hospitals and going to sleep in anesthesia and no. If I can prevent it, that's what I'm gonna do. All right. Cheryl say me neither. I'm doing piece by piece overhaul of my backyard and garden. That grass cutting and trimming, it took me 4 hours. Wow, baby. Once to cut, so I now don't need grass. Exactly. Rambo say I have changed my eating from the day I turned 30. And that is amazing because some people refuse. They refuse to change their eating habits. And another thing, listen, the damage, the damage to bad food and bad eating habits, they can be looking at it in the mirror. You see it on you, and you can't turn away from a Twinkie. Something wrong with that. Something wrong with that problem. That's a problem problem. You mean to tell me a Twinkie got a hold of you that much that you can't let it go? You can't let it go because it's damaging you, right? Many people that's 30, they look 60. Because one thing, they're not getting in water. That's one thing, right? So becoming older in your garden, please beware. Another thing, this is one of the things that worry me about our gardening community. Y'all hear me? Mullet, moringa, um, oregano, rosemary, lamb's ear. You all name me some herbs. Name some herbs for me. Name some herbs that we grow in our garden. Name some for me. Put it in the chat. I was just talking to my mom about this yesterday, especially about fried food. I hope she listened. I pray she do. Right? Because all of that fried food and bad eating and salt and sugar, it shows up. You see it. It's on you. You could be looking at it in the mirror. And many times you know what's causing that. But you say, man, I got to have my Twinkie. I got to have that Twinkie. Go for it, dog. Lemon balm, basil, cilantro, yet thyme, parsley, basil. So name me some medicinal herbs. Medicinal herbs. Yeah, name me some medicinal herbs that we grow here in this gardening community that you have seen. That you have seen. You know, like lamb's ear and what else? What else people grow that's medicinal? Elderberry, yes. Echinacea, yes. What else do I have? I have Greek mountain mint. I have all the mints you can think of, right? Chocolate mint. Um, yeah. I'm gonna be looking for those moringa seeds you sent me this weekend. I'm gonna find a big container to put it in. Good, baby, good. So listen to me, family. I am with it when it comes to herbs, whether it's culinary herbs or medicinal herbs. Now, I don't grow a whole lot of medicinal herbs. I grow, of course, some moringa. I grow mullein. Um, Good afternoon, Angela. She said, "Good afternoon, Miss Linda in chat. I'm listening from my garden with my hands in the dirt. I'm 52, but I'm listening and learning. Hello, everyone. Oh, thank you, baby. So I grow a lot of culinary herbs. I grow more culinary herbs than I grow medicinal herbs, right? But this is what I want to share. Of course, I grow moringa. I've been having a moringa tree for years. The same one, the same tree. But let me just say this. So many of us see other people in our gardening community with all of these medicinal herbs, right? And what we do, we grow it. And what we do, yes, Cheryl, and what we do is we find, they say, oh, we making a tea. They gonna make a tea with this. So what happens? Everybody begin to make teas with all these medicinal herbs. Let me just say to you, herbs are medicine. It's medicine. If you if you are taking a prescription med from your doctor, baby, that could clash so bad. It could clash so bad. Mixing all of these medicinal herbs, it could clash so bad. And let me just, Cheryl, let me just say this about comfrey. I was going to grow comfrey years ago, but I did a deep dive into comfrey. Mainly, I wanted comfrey for fertilizer because it's a great fertilizer. So I understand it's a great pain reliever when you make it a salves with it. But I did a deep dive into comfrey, right? And comfrey have this stuff in it that will affect your liver. Now, listen, don't take my word. Don't take my word. Please do the research because the information is right there. It is not hidden. Yes, Cheryl. Yeah, baby. She says, which one is poisonous, baby? Hey, Althea. Hey, Miss Lynn and everyone in chat. What did I know, huh? Yeah. I know, baby. Listen, when things get on my mind, I just look. I say, I just got to go. Yes, comfrey. So I want you to do is take a deep dive in comfrey because of this. Yes, comfrey. Yes, that's the one. Comfrey. It does. So this is what I say. If you take a medication, if you're a senior, because I'm talking mostly to seniors, if you're a senior, and I know most seniors I know take a daily med for something, right? We take a med for something, right? You make sure that whatever you are prescribed by your doctor doesn't conflict with these medicinal herbs because herbs are strong stuff. Most people think because they're growing it, it's lightweight. It's not. It's not at all. So be careful. It's almost like like I was talking about fertilizers, right? I was talking about fertilizers. And let's just talk about organic fertilizers. I was talking about how we think we need to put all kinds of organic fertilizers in our garden for it to grow. Like we use alfalfa pellets, and all of these fertilizers are great. Now listen, don't get this thing wrong that I'm not saying they're bad. They're not. They are good. They are very good. So you have alfalfa fertilizer, you have wood ash, you have worm casting, you have 511, you right? What all the other bag fertilizers. But my question is, Do we need them all? Do we need them all? We don't need them all. Some of us use super juice, right? Super juice. It just, but do you need all of them? Most leafy greens will affect your liver. Comfrey, as most greens are not to be used on a daily. So, Miss Sharon, I ask you to do your research on comfort because, see, I did this and went through this about 5 years ago. I have a nephew here. His name Turf Therapy. Turf Therapy. He did a video on this. So if you want to know more about it and you want to know exactly where to go to Turf Therapy. His channel is here on YouTube. And when you go to Turf Therapy, go to videos and then go to most popular. And you'll find it quicker like that. Where he have broke down the effects of comfrey. So I'm not saying anything bad about the stuff, right? What I'm saying is what is the truth about the stuff. Because some people will argue with you by you just telling them the truth. That ain't going to be me, baby. All right? So do your research yourself. And this is why I have never grown comfrey. It's a great fertilizer, yes, but it's just not for me. All plants is not for me. I don't grow them all, you know? So just, yeah, I agree with you. Just it is to be, yes, and I understand that totally, totally. But when you stop going by with what someone else say, right? And you begin to research and you don't take the first answer that Google give you. Because see, I want to go to an institution. I want to go to an agriculture school. I don't go just to Google and get the first. Listen, Google consists of people just like you and I. I'm going to tell you. So you say growing Oriental wonder beans. Say that. Growing Oriental wonder beans. You put that on Google. Growing Oriental wonder beans and look in the videos. And guess who you're going to see? You're going to see me. And you're going to see a lot of other people because Google consists of people just like you and I that's giving you their opinions about things. But if you go to an agriculture school, they're telling you what they have learned through study. So go to the schools, go to the ag centers and learn what is in these plants, not just comfrey, any other plant that you are growing, a medicinal plant, and you plan on ingesting it. Most medication derived from natural herbs. And wait a minute, baby. Wait a minute. Althea, and it's just so true. Many meds is made from these herbs because herbs are strong medicine. So what my thing is this: before we grow these herbs, but before you ingest these herbs, first of all, make sure it's safe for you, and then make sure that it does not clash with the meds that you are taking on a daily basis. That's important. And I'm saying that to seniors because I believe, that's just me. I have a lot of seniors in my family, and every one of them takes something. They take something from the doctor. So I don't just go around giving them elderberry syrup and I don't. I do not. I do not. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Everything just don't go with everything. So that's my whole thing about. Hey, Sammy Joe, New Orleans Garden. Hello, Miss Linda and chat. Just came in from what now, Sammy Joe. Speaking of raised beds that come up, that you stand up and plant and harvest. Your raised beds is amazing and is built for seniors. And I love that, baby. I love that. Thank you. Yes. And that's my go to LSU Ag Center. Yeah. 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 Food should be the first medicine. And I agree, but but Rambo, many of us, and especially me, many of us that was raised in the South. Well, let me just say me. I'm not even gonna say that. Just me. I was born in the 50s, right? So my grandparents, they used to, yeah, they went to the woods and got herbs. Yeah, you know, they got herbs that way, and they knew what to do with these herbs. They knew how to. They didn't listen. The only time you went to the hospital, baby, you had to be really dying. You had to be really dying to go to the hospital, right? So, but today it's different. We go to the doctor. Well, let me just say me. I go to the doctor, to my primary care physician, every 6 months. Every 6 months, I go to my primary just for a checkup, just to make sure everything is percolating the way it's supposed to percolate, right? And the medicine that, like my grandparents, the herbs and things they took years ago, yes, they took that stuff, but they wasn't on no doctor's meds. My grandmama didn't take no medicine from no doctor. No. What she grew, that's what she took. Right? That's what they did, but that is not the way it is anymore. And many people want to live like our ancestors, and do I get it? It was a simple way of living, but that is not our world. That's not the way our world is, right? So we can grow all of these wonderful herbs, but what I say to you, be careful. Make sure that what you are taking, you are not hurting yourself. Correct. If you don't know their medical history, yes, it's best to not. Exactly. And that is what I'm saying, is that a lot of us grow all of these herbs because they, we see other people in the community growing, like lamb's ear. And a lot of them never heard of this stuff. And then they don't do their research on it. So before you put it in your garden, before you drop the seed on it, or now here's another one. People drop seeds and plants and grow plants for different reasons. Many people don't eat the vegetables they grow. So if you're not eating it and it's there for show, just for show, and you may think, oh, people don't do that. Yes, they do, because this is social media. This is social media, baby. So many people are on social media for different reasons. Some people are here to tell you their story and tell you what they do from day to day and show you the food that they're growing, and they're eating it. I do. But there are some people that grow this food just for show, and they have no plans on eating this food. And when I tell you that's real, baby. It's real. So it depends on what you growing it for. Okay? What you growing it for. Yes, and you need to pay your doctors with veggies or maybe a chicken. Yes, Sammy. Yes. Sharon says, yes, most herbs do not need to be mixed with meds, just like certain meds aren't to be taken together. So, no, I'm not saying that you mix them. Say, for instance, Miss Sharon, say, for instance, you take your meds at 7 a.m. every day. All right. Say, for instance, you take three medications once a day at 7 a.m., right? But some meds just don't mix with some things. Now, I'm not saying you mix them together. I'm saying is that when they get inside of you, they mixed because they going in the same stomach. It doesn't matter time. What I'm saying is some meds, some over the counter meds, some prescribed meds just don't go with some herbs, medicinal herbs, right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why it is good to do a cross reference on your medication. Yeah, and herbs to see if it will interfere. Yes, it is. I eat my food, I grow. Wow, that's a big shame, Rambo. That is so bad. That is so bad, Rambo. But you may think that, oh no, people don't do that. They grow their food, they eat it. Well, I'm just saying, this man said it himself. Nobody, nobody said he said it. I'm sitting there watching him, and he said it. He said he don't eat that food. That's what he said. Sharon said, I understand that exactly what I'm saying. Mixed as is taken near the same. No, anytime, anytime, right? Yeah. People ask me all the time, what are you going to do with all of that food? I just shake my head. Because if they don't know, Sammy Joe, just to go into your pantry, baby, you are the grocery store. Your pantry is the grocery store. It is amazing. And when you brought us into your pantry, I was blown away. I was blown away, baby. It is beautiful. Absolutely. That is so true, Miss Linda. Check before you use the herbs with your meds. Yes. All my groceries in my garden, I eat. Every one of them. If I drop the seed, I'm going to eat it. And everything out there, I drop the seed on it. So, yeah, it is crazy. But listen, that is social media. Social media is used for different reasons. Some people use social media as a document to document, their lives or their journal, their journey or whatever. But some people, YouTube is their job. This is how they pay their bills, really. So, and social media is how they pay their bills. Some people, this is their job. So do I understand it? I do. I do get it. But I would hope that he finds a food bank or a neighbor to give the food to. Right. I'm looking at a new way to water the garden, a drip irrigation. Beautiful. I know. Back to our roots homestead, they have a huge garden. They have three sections to their garden. They have the back garden, Ida's garden, and they have an herbal garden, right? Now, Ida's garden is so big and it is on drip irrigation. Drip is just a beautiful thing. So if you have a big garden, yeah, I would suggest you do drip, right? Yeah. Sammy Joe say, Miss Linda, I love hearing you say that. Really, baby, you truly touch my heart. I work so hard to do all of it. Thank you. And it's true, I can see the work because I know that didn't take, take you 24 hours to do that work, baby. That was work. And not only was it work, Sammy Joe, baby, you put a whole lot of love in there and thought. See, you were thinking about tomorrow. And that's another thing is a lot of people, you don't think about tomorrow. All you think about is today. Yes, that's all we have is today, but plan for tomorrow, right? Listen, hurricane season started here June 1st. How many of you all live in hurricane path? Let me know. How many of you all live in the path of a hurricane or in the south that every now and then you are affected by a hurricane? Let me know. Um, I wet my feet and it feels so good not knocking irrigation. And listen, I'm not knocking irrigation either because I love it for those. See, if I had a huge garden like my niece and nephew have, I would have drip. Yes, ma'am. Because my garden right now takes me 45 minutes to water. 45 minutes. And that's the time I love. Of course, I walk around, I talk to my garden, I'm keeping an eye out for pests. And, I see a lot of things when I water in my garden. But if I had a huge garden like them, oh, it would be drip, baby. It would be drip. Yeah. Wait a minute. Um, Cheryl said, Backyard Garden folks say, I do. You live in Florida. Yes. No hurricanes in Cali. Okay, baby. Devorah say, I do. Hey, baby. Maisha says, I used to live in Florida. I went through Hurricane Andrew. Okay. I live in hurricane area. Yes. I'm listening in the background while I work, and I truly thank you all for your knowledge and wisdom. It's truly helping me on my gardening journey. Oh, brown sugar, thank you, my baby. Thank you. I appreciate you, honey. It takes me about an hour to water my garden, but I don't mind it at all. Right, right. So, wait a minute. Mm. So, June 1st was the first day for hurricane season here. I think it's June through November. So being prepared is something that my children and I have always done. Right now in my garage, I have a huge table in there. And on that table is for two kinds of hurricanes. So here in my house, we prepare for two kinds of hurricane. One is the hurricane that we're going to hunker down and we're going to stay at home. And that's where you have things like flashlights and, we have lots of food and water and all this other kind of stuff. We have power packs. So, and a lot of them is plugged up right now, right? We keep all that stuff ready. And that's for the hunker down, the one that we going to stay home and we going to hunker down. The other one is for when we boning out, baby. We rolling out. For that, we all have a backpack. And in that backpack is changing clothes, medication, all the things that we would need for 5 days. And that's what we do, right? We do have a hurricane fund. Myself, my son, my daughter, and now my oldest grandson. He's in that account too. And we put money in there every month, and that is for when we must leave, right? So being prepared, being prepared. And a lot of times, like for the grandkids, they love like ramen noodles and stuff like that. Well, I got a whole bunch of it for them out there, right? Now, I will eat some ramen noodles. I'm not eating that pack that's in there. I'm going to use my own seasoning, but I'll eat it, right? But just being prepared for hunker downs and going away. So those are the things that we work on, right? What do you say, Melinda? It takes me about an hour or a half to water my garden. Oh, enjoy the time. Yes, but I am going to install drip irrigation in the main garden. Yes, definitely. You kind of like work out what's best for you in your garden, right? As I said, it takes me about 45 minutes to water my entire garden, but I use that time to look at my plants. I take off bad leaves. I see bugs. I say goodnight to them. Yeah, I take care of them. Oh, analytics say I live in the path of hurricanes and I water my garden by hand. Oh, yeah, baby. Thank you, Althea. She said, y'all hit that like button one time, family. Yeah. I have the hiccups. That's crazy. I water my garden with a hose. I love to. I love to do that. You get to see more. Yeah. I think I read that when Melinda said, yeah, that gets out. Yes. Yes, baby. Yes, analytic. Pokeweed grows all over, and it does. I was happy. After more research, you must know how and when to cook it to eat it. Woo! So let me just tell you about pokeweed, baby. Dude. Let me take a swallow, y'all. C'est bon. Here in the New Orleans area, pokeweed does grow wild. Every now and then, I get a pokeweed coming up in my yard. Now, I grow mustards, collards, broccoli, kohlrabi, um, all of those leafy vegetables. Pokeweed is just not something I want to eat. And one of the reason is that when I was a kid growing up, my grandmama, she pointed out that plant to me. She said, "You see that plant there?" She said, "That is pokeweed." She said, "Don't eat that." And I used to ask her why. She said, "Because you don't have to." She said, "You don't have to eat it." And she said, "The reason you don't have to eat it is because you got these collard greens and these mustard greens here. Why would you want to eat something that grows poisonous berries on it?" And that's why I don't eat pokeweed today. It's not something that I I lure for because I want greens. I grow some greens that's not poisonous, right? I don't have to be careful how I cook mustards or collards. I don't play with things like that. Yeah. It's like um playing with a snake because he's not poisonous. Really? He gotta go too. He gotta go. So pokeweed grows all over. Yeah, I think I read that and I was happy. Well, I'm good, Ladybug. Listen, I ain't if you love it, baby, I love it too. Hey, educated natural, how you doing, baby? Good to see you. If you love pokeweed, I'm with you. That's awesome, but it ain't for me. It's not for me at all. We have pokeweed everywhere, but we'll never eat it. Yeah. I mean, why? Yeah. Is pokeweed the same as poke salad? Yes. Same thing. Same plant. So true. I have so much pokeweed growing in my yard. I won't eat it though. Yeah, I mean, if if I didn't have anything else to eat, right? I'll find a way to cook it where it's safe. But I got seeds, baby. Mustards, collards, broccoli, um, uh, Brussels sprouts, kohlrabi. I got greens. So why would I want to eat something that just may make me sick? No, I don't want it. I don't want it, baby. I just don't want it. All right. Anybody else want to say anything about growing older and growing a vegetable garden? I've seen people mix it with a pot of green. Yeah, I stopped growing huckleberries because I read you have to be careful with them. Yes. Mm, yeah. I don't want anything that is just a little poisonous. I don't want it. I really don't. I really don't. So, anybody have any thing they want to add to growing older and growing a vegetable garden? Oh, thank you, Sammy Joe. Thank you, baby. Grandmothers are always right. Yeah. And now I'm a great grandmother. Oh my God. Pokeweed grows around here too. Don't mess with it. I don't know what I'm doing. Yes, yes. Oh, a little poison. Yeah, it's just a little poisonous. I have changed my gardening habits over the past years. I get my grands to do the heavy lifting. There you go. And listen, even Jada started out like that, um, as I was teaching her, right? Yes. And now Ben is a big help to me in my garden, right? I could just call Ben and tell Ben, I need you to do, and the next 5 minutes, Ben is in my garden, right? Hey Greg, hello Tnog. You're on today. Good evening. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So let's talk about seeds. Hey, blessed Lady Gail, seeds family. Make sure you rest and drink a lot of water. Thank you, Sammy Joe, because that is important. And sometimes we think about Meatless Monday, but and even Myra, I love Myra because one of the things Myra had did, and I don't know Myra if you're still here, but she gave us the recipe to add in our water some kind of salt. Myra, if you could, if you hear, what did you add to that water to give it electric lights? Because that water is just going to help us tremendously. It really will. It really will, baby. All right. So, seeds. So, back in 2020, when the world went crazy, seeds went crazy in price, right? At one time, we couldn't even get seeds because seeds was in so much of a demand till, a lot of places we couldn't even get seeds, right? But there's something going on now. Now, usually, people with gardens, they used to buy bulk seeds. How many of you ever bought bulk seeds? Oh, thank you, Myra. I use Himalayan or sea salt. There you go. and put a little pinch of that in your water to give it electrolytes. Right, Myra? Um, when people had big gardens, they used to buy seeds in bulk. But that's not the case anymore. Even though bulk seeds are cheaper than packed seeds, I have been saving all my seeds thanks to this gardening community. Beautiful. So, bulk seeds, buying seeds in bulk, it's much cheaper than buying packs. But many people don't buy in bulk. And there's two reasons why. One reason is people want to grow more of a variety of food. And the other thing is, it's the pictures on the packet of seeds that get in these people. So you all know how much money like Baker Creek spends on just the pictures on the packs of the seeds. And that's to draw people to buy it. The pictures on the pack of the seeds is really the selling point. I've only bought bulk seeds once. I've been using those bush beans for 5 years, really. And bulk seeds are so much cheaper. So much cheaper. Like in beans, being an older gardener sure ain't for the, come on, sister. I can't do it like I used to, but I can't give up. Awesome. I bought like that at my old house. Exactly. So people don't buy bulk. And it's all because of variety and the pictures on the packs. This is what we will be seeing in early 26 is mini packs. See how Baker Creek got these big old packs? Those big packs, baby, let me tell you. Even you can see some mini packs in the big box stores. They selling mini packs of seeds, the little packs. Have you all seen these mini packs of seeds? They really small. Mine is a variety. I cook every day. I do like the variety. Yes, I buy bulk from feed store. Yes, they have what grows best in my zone. Yes, and people used to buy bulk a lot, but there is a huge decrease in bulk buying. There's a real decrease in bulk buying of seeds, right? And it is the pictures on the pack that draws the people in. And not only the pictures on the pack, here in our gardening community, if people see people do a seed haul and they see those packs, they're going to get those packs. Do you all agree with me? Or you don't? And it's okay if you don't. Come on. So, yeah, exactly. So last night we were talking about Baker Creek, and we was talking about the seeds. Are their seeds organic? And the answer is no. And it says it's right on the front of Baker Creek website. It says, Baker Creek says, we have over 150 gardeners that grow seeds. And they said that they do not stipulate that they must grow organically. So no, they are not. They are not organic. And just think, why would they grow organic? I wouldn't believe them anyway. If they would say it, I wouldn't believe it. Because They want bigger plants to get more seeds, right? And they really do. I bought some of my seeds from the dollar store. They cost four for a dollar. I don't have a big garden, and I have more than I need. And I buy a lot of my seeds from there too, baby. Yeah. I'm so glad I happened upon your site. Thank you, Vivian. I am 76 years old. And I have had very small garden in the past. This year I have a branch. I had to branch out to two gardens growing. Wait a minute, two gardens growing from seed. You are giving me inspiration. Beautiful, baby. So the Miss Vivian, the very first thing I would tell you to do, the very first thing I would tell you to do, I want you to take care of Vivian. That's number one. Do all the things to take care of Vivian. Okay? Take care of you. I do. My curiosity is is what kohlrabi. Yeah, okay. Then I became a junkie needing a fix. Oh, I got to have it. I got it. That's what our gardening community does to us, though. It really do. It do. I agree. There's a store in my county that sell in bulk, and being new to gardening, I wasn't sure how they would look growing space. So I didn't get them except for the mustards and the collards in bulk. And guess what? Big gardens, that's the way they buy in bulk, right? But we don't buy in bulk, baby. We got to have it packed so we could do that seed haul, you know. We got yeah, but it's just what it is. It's just what it is. And like, so they say now you can get seeds like for $2 between 20 and 30 seeds. That's in 2025. About $2 get you between 20 and 30 seeds. Now, through the years, I have purchased like gladiola bulbs. At one time, you used to get 6 in a pack. Now you only get 3 bulbs in a pack. Not for $1, for $1.25 now. So the prices went up and the product have went down. And that's the way it is. But in 26, you're going to see another jump in seeds. Smaller packs, a small amount of seeds, but the dollars is going to be higher. And that's the way that is. And oh, Lord. Many gardeners just want more variety. They don't worry about how much it costs. They're not worried about how much it costs. They're not worried about or comparing like bulk, let's say green beans. And you know why? Another way is that when we're going around like a garden tour, we have to say, oh, this is a jade bean. This is a pole bean. You have to name what the variety is. Y'all know I'm not naming nothing because I ain't labeling nothing. And that's another thing. They got to have a label for everything. And that's in bulk, you know, they're gonna say, look, these green beans. Y'all know. It took me 2 years to find what is that? Cucamelon. Oh, cucamelon, because I seen them on someone's channel. I never heard of kohlrabi until I seen you grow it. Now I grow it every year. I love it. Now, the cucamelon, it was about 5 or 6 years ago. Everybody was going crazy growing cucamelon. I didn't find the the thing inside of me wasn't perking, right? So I'm like, I don't want to grow that. So they look like little watermelons. To those who don't know, they look like little watermelons, and you just eat them out in your garden. And but I never found the hoo ha. It was no bells and whistles for me, right? So I never grew it. It got me thinking of the definition of bulk in terms of quality. Oh, quantity. All right. I do buy from my local feed store, but only in small quantities, usually less than 50 seeds each. Okay. I still never use them all in one season. The green bean bulk purchase was 1,000 seeds. See, and that's how you buy things in bulk and save money, but most people just don't buy in bulk. Hey, Netta, how you doing, baby? It wasn't worth it for me. Yeah, the cucumber, I know. Yeah. It just didn't do it for me, right? But everybody wanted to grow these little cucumelons that look like watermelons, but taste sour. I don't know. But anyway, it didn't get me. Now, mostly, I don't think I've seen anyone in the garden community growing cucamelon today. So if you have grown a cucamelon, say yeah. Or if you're growing it now, say yeah. Let me know. I want to come see. Right? All right, the seeds. So most of us buy packs. So, and we spend so much money on packs, right? Other places that we can get seeds at a reasonable price, like at um, MI Gardner or Homestead Heart, when she have seeds, or um, Johnny Seeds. Now, this is my thing, and this could be true for any of the, like the big companies like Rare Seeds, right? I am very leery when it comes to my seeds because um, I don't like the way people take care of seeds. And so when I don't buy from them. I just don't buy. And it's like Etsy. I'm not buying seeds from everybody. I just can't. It just don't work for me. Yeah. Oh, the cucumber. I know, baby. I know. It's just a waste of good trellis. We could put something else on that thing, right? Here in Canada, they are very hard to grow. Really, they need a lot of warmth. Okay, I don't have that. I know, baby. I know. I know. Um, so seed buying. Like I was saying, is that back in 2020 there was a huge rush for seeds, and then we couldn't even buy seeds. And I'm just leery on seeds. I really am. I really am. I try to save seeds from everything I plant, and that's my number one way, is to save my seeds. I know everything about this plant. So seeds are the beginning of life for a plant. Everything in that seed, that everything in it, that's what it needs. A seed doesn't need fertilizer, it doesn't need nothing. All you need to provide it is water and soil, and sometimes just water if you plant it, in a system. But that seed need nothing else. So yeah, I just don't like to the way some people handle it. So I try to save my own. I started growing those cucamelons. Wait a minute, baby. I started growing those cucamelon last year. I didn't realize they were so tiny. Now, oh, come on. Now they just keep coming back voluntarily. Okay. I've never grown cucamelons and probably never will. My garden has a size limit and I can't waste space. I understand. That's right, Miss Linda. Seeds have everything in them until you say that, baby. Say that. And it's true. Since M.I. Gardner was a gardener, I had followed before he sold seeds and he do the legwork. He will let you know if something comes up shady. Okay, okay, awesome, awesome, baby, awesome. So anyway, that's what we went with the seeds. Let's see. So anybody else here save their seeds? Do you save your seeds? Now, one of the things I do is I save the seeds from some of the vegetables that I that did really good in my garden, right? Like that calabash tomato. Oh my gosh, she was so good. And this tomato is really productive. There's a lot of tomatoes out there. So because I love the flavor of it, I'm definitely going to save some seeds from this tomato. Yes, I saved as many as I can. Good. I buy bulk seeds, works great. Okay, if you use them within a couple of years. After that, the germination rate decreases significantly. Yeah, baby. I save and share. Good. Awesome, honey. Awesome. So that's the thing that I love to do. I always did love to save my seeds because when I was growing up, my grandmother didn't buy seeds. We had jelly jars, and in those jelly jars were seeds. And that's how I learned seeds, how to just to look at them. I knew what they were. Yes, I have enough seed for collard green, turnip green, broccoli, kale to feed a small nation. Beautiful, baby, beautiful. That calabash tomato, while you were eating it, it is so juicy, so good. But you know what? It gives me the taste of. It gives me the taste of a Cherokee purple. That's the flavor I get from it. So if you ever had a Cherokee purple, it tastes like a calabash. I'm going to test on 6 Roma tomatoes to see which one I really want to grow and save. What do you mean 6 of them? 6 of them, the same ones, or 6 different people you bought them from? Tell me. Sabone family. Yeah, Althea. I save a lot of my jade beans, jade bush beans. I saved a lot of those seeds too. Yeah, Charlene, it's good, baby. That calabash is really good, really good. So I don't know if you are growing it or if you think about growing it maybe next season. It's delicious. And who all know about cat facing? If you know about cat facing on a tomato, just say yes. Because some people was asking, "Oh, Miss Linda, look at the holes in your tomato." If you know about cat facing a heirloom tomato, just say yes. Six, oh, different names. Oh, like San Marzano. Okay, gotcha, gotcha. Analytics say she know about cat facing. Good. Backyard. Yes. Good. Good. Some people did not know about cat facing on a heirloom. So if you grow an heirloom tomato, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get a cat-faced tomato. So what that is two flowers have infused together, two or more flowers. It could be, three or four of them together. My favorite, oh baby, I love black creme too. Yeah, Sammy. Um, but two flowers or more have infused and grown together, and that's what makes your heirloom tomato cat face. Now, let me tell you something. Hybrids don't cat face. They don't do that. Mm-mm. I love black creme too. I just a reminder, if you are saving seeds, to make sure to put them in different areas of your yard to help with cross pollination. Yes. So that's the thing about cross pollination. Cross pollination does not affect the fruit that is on the plant right now. It will affect the seeds of that fruit right now. And when you drop that seed, that's when you may see evidence of cross pollination if it has happened, right? Yeah, but black crimson is good, Sammy. I'm still working on tomatoes. All right. All right. Okay. I think that's it, y'all. Yeah, I think that's all I came here to tell you all about. I wanted to definitely touch bases with you all today. Oh, yeah, jade beans are delicious. Most heirloom tomatoes get cat face. That is so right. Yes, I know about cat face. Okay, when I first started gardening, I would get rid of that tomato thinking it was bad. I know so many people. Listen, I saw this girl. It was her first time growing. She grew this big, beautiful Cherokee purple tomato, and it was cat face. And she was like, "Oh my God, worms living in there." And she took it and she hummed it across the fence. I promise you, I was almost running behind that tomato. I was like, "Oh my God, girl." Hey, J3, how you doing, man? Tell me more about cross pollination. Okay, Cheryl. Miss Linda, you in the chat. Hello, been listening for an hour and some in the meeting. Okay, I can't respond. Oh, I understand, man. Thank you. So let me see. Cross pollination. So cross pollination is when you have, let's say you have a hot pepper plant here and a sweet pepper here, and they're growing. So listen, insects, they don't care what the plant is. If that plant have pollen or nectar, they coming, right? So the bees goes from flower to flower on hot and the sweet. It doesn't matter. They go everywhere, right? And they cross pollinate your plant, your peppers. The pepper that is growing on the plant right now is not affected by cross pollination. If you have a sweet pepper growing, your pepper going to be sweet. If this is hot, it's going to be hot. Now, this is where the cross pollination come in. The seeds of these plants now, the seeds, if they have been cross pollinated, the seeds are now crossed. So if you save the seeds of this sweet pepper and this hot pepper, and this sweet pepper, these are hot. It may be hot when you drop these seeds next season, right? Because the cross pollination will affect the seeds of the fruit, not the fruit. Okay, not until you drop that seed. And when you drop that seed, if it's cross pollinated, then you have something a little different than what you bargained for. Okay. So if that helped you, say yes. If you still don't understand, Just tell me. Say, Miss Linda, I still don't get it. All right. All right. Cheryl said, all right, baby, got you. All right, J3. I learned this information about cross pollination from you, Miss Linda. I have learned so much helpful information from you. Oh, baby. Thank you, Charlene. I'm glad you know, baby. I'm glad you know. And, if you have gardeners and if you have a live, share it. Tell them, what you have learned. And listen, you don't have to say, I learned that from Tnog or I learned that from Miss Linda. You ain't got to say that. You ain't got to say it. Now, if you want to say it, you can say it, but I'm just saying now. It is not required that you say, oh, Tnog, I got that from Tnog. You ain't got to do that. But share the information so everybody will know. Okay, baby? Because I'm not, I ain't all that like that. It don't bother me. Okay. Mama Linda, you help us with so much. We truly appreciate. Oh, baby, I appreciate you all too. I really do. Tractor Supply. I've seen those mini seed packs. Yes, I've seen them in Home Depot. Mini packs. So look out. And what they doing? You're gonna get less seeds for more money. Yeah, that's what's going on. I appreciate your knowledge and willingness to share. Oh, you're welcome, Angela. Charlene, please tell them how they can help avoid cross. So I'm gonna just say this. I don't I don't avoid it. But if you want to save your peppers, your pepper seeds, and you want your hot to be hot and you want your peppers true, then you need to get you need to hand pollinate them yourself, but you need to get one of these like a bag to put on it, right? A net bag to keep the bees from coming in. So, but you must hand pollinate them yourself, and that's how you don't your peppers don't get cross pollinated, right? You cover those with a netting, and you must hand pollinate your peppers or whatever you're trying to save yourself. Okay, that's how you do it. Mhm. Now, what another thing I find, like say for instance, I find some people they don't they don't mind that their peppers are cross pollinated, because like here in my garden I have maybe about two or three plants and I kind of plant them a distance away, hot peppers, because I don't eat hot peppers, but my grandson and my son does. So I have them further away from each other, right? But for me, if they do cross, it won't bother me. It won't bother me at all. And that's the thing sometimes, is that some people, they don't mind things crossed, like a certain squash, right? Like a butternut and an acorn. They may cross pollinate, right? And some people just don't mind. Well, mine will be crossed. I really won't go to that extreme. I know, and I don't either. I don't. Thank you, Miss Linda. You are always providing all, baby. Thank you. Thank you for being here. But anyway, family, anybody have any more questions? Y'all have a question about your garden or a problem? Let's get up out of here. And I'm going to have a premiere. That's what it is. A premiere for the members until I get this live right. Oh, wait 1 minute, family. Give me 1 minute. Wait a minute. All right. So if you all don't have any questions, we're going to get up out of here. Thank you for a great live on a different perspective. Yeah, for a little older folks. I know, I know. That's why we love you so much, Miss Linda. You're the real dear, all, and have a true heart for sharing and helping everyone you can. Your light shines bright. Oh, honey, thank you so much. Thank you, baby. Thank you so much. Now, probably tomorrow, I'll probably come on live at the same time. I have a whole nother topic, but I'm gonna bring it to you. Okay, so you all be looking for me tomorrow at 1. All right, family. Love y'all. Y'all have a great evening. See y'all tonight, right? Wind down Wednesday. Hey, Texas La. Yeah, baby. You thank you. Thank you, Greg. Yeah. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all tonight. All right. Later, family. All right, Cheryl.